All right guys, product review today. This is the Smittybilt SRC Side Armor, and had these on several weeks now. Went a little light off-roading with them, but I do not recommend these if you're gonna do serious rock crawling or anywhere where you're gonna wedge these things in any kind of tree and put a lot of pressure on, because they're mounted to the body. True rock sliders are mounted to the frame. Weight is very similar to a true rock slider. They're about 60, 70 per side. The shipping weight was 140. You know, pretty stout, but you can put them on by yourself. I did it. I just keep watching the video. I might do my installation afterward. It's pretty simple, but it always helps to have a buddy or a floor jack to kind of lift it up, to keep, you know, to hold it up for you while I try to thread the bolts. Comes with all new hardware, built really solid. It's gonna for sure still protect way better than the factory flimsy running boards, the rigid running boards that I took off to put these on. One of the cons, I think, is that it's actually lower than the factory running board. So this drops down 3 inches lower than the factory one. So, but you have better approach angles, you know, as you can see right here, and departure angles. But it's a little bit more slipperier than the factory one. Gets wet. There's no real grip on here. I know that a lot of the sliders you can buy, say from like C4 Fabrication, they have a plate as an option, and it's has more of a grip to it for your feet, because when these get wet, they're pretty slippery. Price-wise, only 375 bucks, you know, and relatively available, unlike, you know, the lead times for, you order, you know, something from a lot of these fabrication companies. It usually takes like 10 weeks or so to get it, and the price-wise, it's usually well over $1,000 plus shipping. So you're looking 1,200–1,500 bucks, depending on who you're buying them from. There's obviously cheaper, like Trail Gear, pretty basic sliders, but pretty solid sliders. I had those on my first gen 4Runner and on my current Sequoia. Same thing, it's still kind of slippery. You can put something on it like grip tape or like undercoating to kind of give it that grip. But for family purposes, you know, you might want to have a little better grip on it. Okay, you guys saw I was struggling a little bit putting it up there by myself. It's doable, but for sure if you have help or a floor jack, do it. I just was trying to see if you can do it completely by yourself without a floor jack. Definitely possible, use your legs. You saw that I actually switched from the gun to, you know, a standard ratchet. I just, you know, I did that just because if they happen to be cross-threaded and I force it with the battery-powered gun, nah, you don't want to do that. So then you're really screwed if you cross thread and you mess up all the threads inside. So I always like to put my finishing touches just by hand, torque wrench, but I don't over tight, I just keep it tight. But they seem really solid. Like I mentioned before, my wife's biggest complaint was that they're slippery. There's no edge, you know, and then if you think about the actual factory running boards, the step is more down here when you have the drop off. So, you know, just when it's wet, something to think about. I can relate to what she's saying. Okay, bottom line is if you're going for true rock crawling, these aren't the ones for you. If you just want kind of the slider look, this is great. Still going to provide a lot of protection. Very stout and relatively available. You can buy them quick, you know, from full parts, Summit Off-Road. 375 versus well over 1,000. And does the job, but I'd say if you truly want to go rock crawl, get some true sliders. Any questions besides that, let me know, and happy to answer them for you. All right guys, thanks for watching.